Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. A new era for downtown Sudbury is taking shape.
I think it's a really modern building that basically has all of the parameters to host major events.
The city pulled back the curtain on the design of the future event center, plus cracking down on panhandling.
There will be an increased presence, and we're also looking at other options like increased signage.
Provincial police say the measure is due to a crash in North Bay that left one injured. And from conquering continents to inspiring a community.
I discovered I had terminal brain cancer. I was given 2 to 6 years to live. It's now 12 years past.
Winners of the Amazing Race Canada attend an event in our region dedicated to cancer awareness.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Ian is off tonight. Police in Timmins have a 54-year-old man in custody after a shooting in the north end of the city. Police say they responded to a report of shots heard in the area of Spruce Street North at around 4 p.m. last Thursday. Police say a suspect opened the door to a residence and discharged a firearm into a garage. A suspect was located later that day with a loaded Glock handgun concealed in a bag. This led officers to seize a variety of drugs such as cocaine, opioids, crystal methamphetamine, and Percocet tablets with a street value of more than $162,000.
He is known to police, and that's the reason one of our officers who drove by him was able to identify him and positively locate him while we were searching for him, yes. When officers showed up, the first officer who identified him stopped, began speaking, engaged in communications. Other officers showed up immediately shortly thereafter, and at that point he was placed under arrest, and yes, the firearm and some drugs were located on his person at that time.
More than $14,000 in Canadian currency was also confiscated. The accused is facing a number of drug and weapon-related charges. One person is facing charges for abducting a 6-year-old child in Timiskaming Shores over the weekend. Police were called to downtown New Liskeard on Sunday for a report of a missing child. OPP say the investigation revealed that the accused had interacted with the child at the residence, and the child accompanied the individual to a local park. The child was found unharmed and was brought back home to their family. A 27-year-old man of no fixed address remains in custody. He is expected to appear before court next month. 2 people face numerous charges following a home invasion east of Sault Ste. Marie on Friday night. OPP were called to a residence on Government Road in Bruce Mines just before 9 a.m. Friday for a report of a robbery. Police say 2 individuals entered the victim's home, assaulted them, and pointed firearms at them. Almost an hour later in Garden River First Nation, local police were notified of a suspicious vehicle parked at a home on Elliot Lake Road. 2 men, 39 and 48 years old, both from Garden River First Nation, were found inside the residence and were arrested. Both face a dozen charges, including robbery with a weapon, break and entering, and failing to comply with a probation order. A tractor-trailer rollover late yesterday afternoon on Highway 69 near Britt shut down the road for about 3 hours. Cargo from the transport was strewn across the highway, shutting down the road in both directions between Station Lane and Magnetawan River. Police have not said if there were any injuries. Following a weekend crash that injured a panhandler at a North Bay Highway intersection, provincial police say they are once again cracking down on roadside soliciting. OPP say a pedestrian suffered non-life-threatening injuries Saturday after they were hit by a pickup truck. The investigation revealed the person entered a lane of traffic. The incident highlights an ongoing public safety concern related to roadside panhandling. Officers plan to increase education through safe street cards and enforcement when required. Police recommend drivers make donations to local organizations that work with the most vulnerable instead of donating to panhandlers at busy intersections.
There will be an increased presence, and we're also looking at other options like increased signage. We're going to look with the Ministry of Transportation Ontario, hopefully get some signs up there to increase that message that we want people to be generous, but we don't want it to be through roadside solicitation.
Provincial police say roadside solicitation is illegal and comes with a fine and an arrest. Sudbury's Member of Parliament, Vivian Lapointe, introduced a new private member's bill yesterday. CTV's Madison Marier has more.
Lapointe introduced her first private member's bill in the House of Commons, proposing amendments to the criminal code.
I'm saying criminals should be made to pay and to and make restitutions to those communities.
The bill proposes that the code should be expanded to enforce restitution by those convicted of drug and human trafficking charges. It argues that the restitution should be made to community organizations that Lapointe says provide critical frontline services.
What I want to do is amend the criminal code to allow a judge to provide for restitution to communities.
Restitution has been a concept in Canada since 2015 with the Canadian Victims' Bill of Rights. However, Lapointe feels the language isn't clear enough.
It is important that restitution be provided to victims and their families. And they do have judges can provide restitution to communities, but they often don't because communities are not well defined.
A local organization also shared their excitement about their thoughts on the future if this bill succeeds.
I think this is a really important step, not just in acknowledging the work that the frontline agencies are doing, but also some of the really big systemic gaps that are being filled by frontline workers at this time.
We've all seen the devastating impacts that these crimes have had. These impacts are far-reaching for victims, their families, and also communities, specifically the community agencies that are providing support services, often life-saving services to the victims.
Lapointe says that there is still a lengthy process to determine when and if this bill will change the criminal code. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
There was a heavy police presence in Chiging First Nation on Manitoulin Island today. OPP say they are investigating as part of a missing persons case and ask the public to avoid the Riverside Drive and Cross Hill Road area and the Bidwell Bog area over the next 2 days. For more on this story, you can visit our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. The City of Greater Sudbury is another step closer to getting its new event center built downtown. Architectural renderings were released during a media event today. CTV's Angela Gemmel reports.
With a backdrop of the current municipal arena, Sudbury's mayor revealed what the new event center will look like.
It's inspiring. Certainly the way that was designed was certainly in consultation with a lot of different groups, certainly with people from the area of Anishinaabe peoples.
The schematics were created by BBB Architects from Toronto, which specializes in designing these types of buildings, including event centers used by other OHL teams. The lead architect says they took input from focus groups to help design the building, which will use materials that reflect natural surroundings and the local history of industry. The building integrates curves inspired by Indigenous influences.
The way that the glass concourse wraps around on Brady Street and Minto, it's kind of a two-sided design because people are coming from different locations in your downtown, depending on where they park or whether they might go for dinner in the little restaurant district.
I think it's a really modern building that basically has all of the parameters to host major events because that's what it's all about. It's about economic development, also community coming together. That's why we're certainly we're very happy with the design.
Maximum capacity for a concert would be 7,200, but for a sporting event, seating will be closer to 6,000. The $200 million project has already started generating buzz around the downtown.
We're seeing developers willing to invest in the downtown currently, and a lot of it's because they're seeing the city put their money where their mouth is and showing that belief in the success of downtown. And those are dividends that'll pay for the entire city.
The city chose PCL Construction as the construction manager for the new event center. Site preparation will begin next month, with major construction set to start in early 2026. The hope is it will be open by 2028. Angela Gemmel, CTV News, Sudbury.
An update now on the Elliot Lake Arena. Last night, City Council approved an $11.6 million budget. It also entered into a design agreement with Perry & Perry Architects for the renewal of the Rogers Arena. CTV's Lindsay Ellick has details.
From the trusses to the beams to sealing the roof and most recently fixing the foundation, the arena in Elliot Lake has been shut down since 2023. Perry & Perry Architects carried out a life safety audit of the arena this summer. In response, the architects went beyond their original task and prepared a representative Class D budget of $11.6 million.
We're going to do a complete refinish. We're going to modernize our arena. It is 60 years old, and it is the structure, all that has been fixed for a minimum of 50 to probably 75 years. So we've decided to upgrade it because technically speaking, accessibility wise, it's not up to code anymore. It's too old. So we got to redo the bathrooms, make the halls bigger. Our change rooms are dated. Everything's dated.
Council requested an alternative budget be prepared, showing the cost of operating the facility at the most basic level, and that brought the budget down to $9 million.
We're all in on getting this arena. It's been a long haul. It's pretty much happened as soon as we got sworn in, and we do have a city to run, and we have other issues, and but we haven't lost our focus on this.
The arena is the home of the Elliot Lake Vikings, and the president says he was impressed with the presentation to council by Perry & Perry, saying it's nice to see an end in sight for the Rogers Arena renovation. He says the future of the Vikings in EL is still unclear moving forward, but I'm definitely happy to see things finally moving in the right direction. Proceeding with this option ensures a safe, code-compliant facility that supports Council's goal of reopening for the 2026-2027 season and meets the community's expectation of a renewed arena. Flintoff says the hope is to have the building turnkey by next September, but they don't want to overpromise. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast, but for now, a look at current conditions around the region. Still a mild day out there. 17 degrees in Timiskaming Shores, 17 in Sudbury as well, 13 in Kapuskasing. Some rain, some thunderstorm activity in Sault Ste. Marie and Chapleau. Some more rain on the way for tomorrow. Your full forecast is coming up next.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, it's night number 2 with the rain in northeastern Ontario. Plenty of shower activity, of course. Last night, early this morning, that trend continues this evening and into the overnight. Of course, our forecast radar really can't lie here. That system hovering over North Bay this hour, continuing right through, and that will linger for a couple of days with a chance of showers, a risk of a thunderstorm, as you are about to see with our 7-day boards. Here we go. Sudbury Nickel Belt. Chance of showers tomorrow, risk of a thunderstorm. Thursday, chance of a shower, more of the same Friday. Maybe the odd sunny break Friday, Saturday as well. 20, 21 your highs. Here comes the sun. Sunshine and 20 on Sunday. Monday, another 20-degree day. Can hardly wait for that. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Chance of showers all 3 days, 60% on Saturday. Those numbers look good. Your temperatures 19, 20, and 22. Then the sunshine arrives Sunday, Monday, 20 and 21. So again, we'll have to wait a couple of days before Mr. Sunshine arrives. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers tomorrow. More of the same on Thursday. Here's the sunshine Friday at 17. Then it's offset by the chance of showers at 60% Saturday. Then back to the sunshine Sunday and Monday. Go figure. But again, your temperatures 17 and 19. It's still a few degrees, well, above normal for this time of the year. Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, risk of a thunderstorm for tomorrow. And again, chance of showers at 60%. Chance of showers Thursday, Friday, some sun and clouds. Saturday, the odd sunny break, chance of showers at 60%. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's a nice streak. 19 and 21 for the 3 days there with sunshine, so you can hardly wait. So the sunshine is coming, just give it a couple of days. North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of showers 60%, risk of a thunderstorm. The same story on Thursday, oddly enough. Friday, some sun and clouds. Saturday, the odd sunny break, chance of showers at 40%. Then here we go, Sunday and Monday, chance of showers. Forget about it. We've got sunshine, loads of sunshine, and 20 degrees both days on Sunday and Monday. So here we go, Amanda, a variation in conditions and, of course, looking for Mr. Sunshine. It'll happen eventually in just a couple of days. Back to you.
We all just have to be patient. Thanks for that, Rick. The Toronto Blue Jays were back at home this evening, beginning their final homestand of the regular season. The Jays opened a series with the Boston Red Sox, which could have a major impact on the playoff picture.
To right center field, a long run for Lucas, and it's by him and off the wall. Lowe will score. Abreu around third. He is in as well, and it is 4-1 Red Sox.
The Red Sox took a 4-1 lead in the 6th inning. That would end up being the final score. Meanwhile, the New York Yankees beat the Chicago White Sox tonight, meaning the Jays now hold a single-game lead in the American League East Division. A big announcement for Ontario today.
In 2029, Canada is proud to host the International Mine Rescue Body Conference, bringing together leaders and practitioners from around the world. This milestone will coincide with Ontario Mine Rescue Centennial, celebrating a century of courage, expertise, and leadership in mine safety.
The announcement that the International Mine Rescue Body Conference is headed to Ontario was made today in Austria, where the IMBR conference is being held this year. The event is a key event for the global mine rescue community to network and exchange knowledge. It will also celebrate the centennial anniversary of the OMR. Half of Canadian girls stop participating in sport by the age of 17. That's according to data from Canadian Women and Sport. Now, a new campaign is aiming to turn that number around. CTV's Emma Convey looks into why so many young women step away from sports and what's being done to keep them in the game.
Throughout her childhood, Ayushi Korean was quite active in sports. When she started university, the pressures of school and a part-time job forced her to take a step back.
I used to do like marathons and stuff like that. And like I was like in the basketball team, so we used to go for like inter-school competitions and stuff. Yeah, so it was like, it feels like ages ago.
She's not alone. Figure skating coach Stephanie Steele says the teen years are when she sees skaters slow down.
There's just so much pressure on them from all aspects of life, school, etc. So I think just really trying to make sure that they know that we're always here for them, whether or not that means they're skating 5 days a week or cutting it down to accommodate their schedule.
According to Canadian Women in Sport, by age 17, half of girls aren't even playing sports anymore. A reason the national campaign Get Girl Coached was launched.
Girls are being asked to adapt to a sports system that wasn't really designed to serve them. And so they bump up against coaches that don't fully understand them. They run into lack of resources or inequitable resources.
And they're missing out on the benefits.
We want to really rally sport leaders all across Canada to get girl coached, which means really listening to the girls, understanding their experience and their wants and needs, and then taking action.
Work ethic, discipline, self-motivation, and working as a team, even in an individual sport.
I like about hockey that I get to stay active and stay in shape, and I like that I meet a lot of new friends.
Alyssa Ivany started playing hockey at 4 and has no plans to stop.
I want to at least make it to college so I can get a scholarship to hopefully a really good university so I can be a doctor.
As for Ayushi, she plans to return to the track after she graduates university.
That adrenaline rush, like before you have like a big sport or like a big race, just that just makes me feel like really good. So I think, yeah, I would want to go back.
Emma Convey, CTV News.
The North Bay Parry Sound District Health Unit is warning of blue-green algae blooms on Old Man's Lake near Magnetawan. Samples from the lake September 11th showed harmful algae blooms. Toxins from the blooms can stay in the water for up to 3 weeks after the blooms have faded. Those who get their water from Old Man's Lake are reminded to stay out of the lake and not to use the water for drinking, cooking, or bathing. The lock at the Sault Ste. Marie Canal was closed for testing one of its systems today. The Powerhouse project will be testing for leaks on the penstock pipe. This is a National Historic Site, so visitors will still be able to come and see the lock from the land, including the visitor center. Recreational boaters had to use the Soo locks on the Michigan side of the St. Mary's River. Dialysis is a life-saving procedure for patients with severe kidney disease, but it can have some severe side effects. CTV's Pauline Chan has more on a new Canadian study to see if a new type of filter can help.
Frank Ansell bundles himself in a parka, heated blanket, and even gloves when he goes for dialysis 3 times a week.
I suffer from low blood pressure, high blood sugars, and I'm just exhausted.
His diabetes also complicates things, but Dr. Pavel Roshanov says many patients experience severe side effects.
Many people are itchy all over their body, so that's quite a bothersome symptom that patients tell us about. Many people have a difficult time sleeping. They have restless legs at night. Many people are breathless in the days between their dialysis treatments.
In dialysis, the patient's blood is circulated through a dialyzer, a type of filter that removes toxins from the blood and rebalances some of the blood's chemicals. But a new type of filter is now available that promises to do that even more efficiently and filter out significantly more toxins.
And so in doing so, we hope that patients will feel better and live longer and stay out of hospital admissions for longer.
The study, led by London Health Sciences, is now recruiting some 4,800 participants across Canada.
We're conducting a large randomized control trial currently in patients who undergo chronic maintenance hemodialysis.
The main problem is the cost of the newer filters, 3 times the cost of the current high-flux filters.
The cost to healthcare systems can pretty quickly build up, and dialyzer costs are routinely one of the top costs in a dialysis program.
So the researchers will be examining the range of benefits to patients. They hope to complete the study in 5 to 6 years. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
Still ahead tonight on CTV News. An annual event that raises funds and awareness of cancer initiatives in Sudbury. Details next. Finally for us tonight, in Sudbury today, winners of the Amazing Race Canada, known as Team Broadway, were the keynote speakers at the 27th Annual Luncheon of Hope. The event is to raise money and awareness about cancer and to give people and their families hope and inspiration. CTV's Alana Everson has more.
We both decided to press pause.
Team Broadway delivers a message about friendship, perseverance, and passion in the face of adversity at the Luncheon of Hope. Catherine Reeford is a brain cancer survivor, and Craig Ramsey is her best friend.
Craig was the one that made me go to the hospital, and that's when I discovered I had terminal brain cancer. I was given 2 to 6 years to live. It's now 12 years past. I had an awake craniotomy, proton therapy, and 4 different kinds of radiation.
Our friendship is really special, and we hope that everyone has a Catherine or a Craig in their life, because we put ego aside and we're there for each other unconditionally.
Catherine says Craig also helped her have the courage to leave an abusive relationship. Over the past 27 years, the luncheon has raised over $1.1 million to help support the purchase of specialized breast cancer equipment and fund research. Officials with the HSN Foundation say moving forward, the event will support all areas of cancer care and research.
Clinical trials is a big part of the work that we do and fundraise for at Health Sciences North Foundation. So bringing all cancers together really allows us to focus on the system of care for all cancer patients.
Team Broadway won the Amazing Race Canada in its 8th season. and hope their story serves as an inspiration.
My message is you need to do what you need to do, and you need to do what you can do. And when somebody says you can't, you can do it.
I hope that today brought a lot of joy and laughter, yet a lot of power, and teaches people to invest in their friendships and their chosen families.
Organizers say the luncheon is also designed to convey a message of hope. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
And that takes us to the end of our newscast this Tuesday night. Thanks for watching. Good night.